Now I've got a quick video for you today, folks, but I think it's a fun one. I'm going to be heading to Iceland in a couple of days, and I've got 2 nights to make 3 videos. In this first one, it's completely original, an experimental pattern, but the idea for it has been bouncing around my head for a little while. So I fish a lot of small waters here in Maryland, using my typically a 2-weight or 3-weight and some pretty small streamers when I'm streamer fishing. So my idea for these next 2 videos was to tie an original micro streamer with a hair wing, but using some kind of unique hair for the wing. And the first unique material I'm going to use is Arctic fox. Now this is not a rare material, it's not hard to find, but not many freshwater fishermen regularly tie with it. But I'm going to today because, why not? This is an experimental pattern. But to make this a little bit more fun, let's turn this into a name the fly contest. Now, if you're new here, how we do that, just watch the video, leave a comment with what you think we should call this fly. And again, I'm going to be out of the country for the next week and a half or so I won't respond to comments right away. But when I get back into town, I'll pick the top 5 or so names and we'll put it up there for a vote. And then I'll send the winner a $25 gift card to Jay Stockard and then one of these cool Savage Flies embroidered hats. So that's it, folks. I appreciate you watching. See you in a couple of weeks. So there it is in the vise, our first of 2 unnamed unique material hair wing micro streamer and name the fly contest. Pretty neat looking, pretty simple pattern though. Now it is micro streamer, so I'm tying this on a size 10. Let's go ahead and pinch this barb here. This is a 4 extra long, 1 extra strong streamer hook. And I'm going to go ahead and use some black thread. We'll just catch it in, secure it, put a little base down to about the start of the bend or close to it. Now when we get the thread back up there, a couple eye lengths back, catch in some silver tinsel. This is a size large. This is actually a holographic tinsel. Certainly doesn't need to be holographic. I think plain tinsel would be fine. But I have this sitting on my bench, so that's why I'm going with it. No particular reason, but let's go ahead and catch it in and then just wrap it up, touch and turns till we get back up to the front. Okay, couple wraps to secure that. Now let's go with our next component, and I'm going to do just a little bit of bucktail to give it some color. I'm going to go with an orange. I don't know why orange. I think any kind of color would probably be fine, so feel free to experiment, go crazy, do whatever you want. I'm going to spin that thread clockwise, cord it up just a little. I'm going to try to keep this on top. Is that doing okay? Yeah, it is. Let's go back one more. And then I'm going to put a wrap up under it just to try to keep it from spinning around on me. I got one fiber going all wonky on me right there. We can just pluck that or not worry about it. Let's go ahead and snip this excess up front. You know what? We'll go ahead and snip this little guy right here, because why not? Now I do want something black between this bucktail and the Arctic fox, so I'm going to use a black crystal flash. I think, if you don't have this, I'd probably do just a couple strands or a thin tuft of black bucktail, but I want something to sort of imitate a lateral line here. And this also has the advantage of giving it just a little bit of flash, so I think that's going to work right there. Now, the coolest thing about this pattern, I think a medium-sized tuft of white Arctic fox, and kind of long. Let's catch that in about right there. Leave some room up in front of it for a pretty big streamer head. But this stuff, surprisingly, for a fur, it behaves very much like a marabou and looks pretty much like one in the water too. So let's take a couple more wraps back, a couple tight wraps. Now we'll snip all this fluff at the front. And now just take our thread back up front, ramp it back up, build us a nice size streamer head here. Okay, that's fine. Let's do a quick whip finish. And I'm going to put a big drop of UV resin on it, give us a nice shiny hard head here. Now put the light on it, give it a quick spin, 10 or 15 seconds, you got a nice hard head. So there you go. Make sure you leave a comment with what you think we should call this thing. Now I appreciate you watching, folks. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time.